Water locating for water wells. Almost everything you would need to know before having a water well drilled. You will be paying from $15,000 to $50,000 plus on a well system, depending on the driller you use. This PowerPoint is extensive. Peek into the well drilling industry. Do's and don'ts. Table of contents for ease of navigating. Click any slide to review. Scroll up and down. With this information, you can make a more informed decision. This PowerPoint covers all the main questions that I still continually receive over the past 23 years. Water witching is known to well drillers as water wishing. Drillers want you to drill blindly and deep. Why? For easy bucks. The driller always wins. Water witching target selected by 2 Riverside dowsers produced around 4 gallons a minute at 1,200 feet. 80-acre grove. Ouch. 19,500. Red arrow is the witching target around 300 feet away from the heart of the aquifer. Blue arrow. Then the computer-generated target produced 80 gallons a minute at 470 feet. 80% of water witching wells are very low producers and drilled very deep. East-west trees. Use a Riverside Witcher for 2 wells, drilled 3 deep wells. Best yield 4 gallons per minute. Cost around $70,000. Ouch. Relative of the driller recommended radar water. Computer-generated target produced 30 gallons a minute at 500 feet. Rainbow, California, Highway 15. Client stated that the driller realized that he did not know anything about drilling, so he just took me. $70,000. Question: what makes the computer very accurate? The computer is not identifying a simple fracture at depth. The computer is identifying a zone of fractures. Simply, water collects in fractures. You need to drill into the heart of a fractured zone for a productive water well. %80 of water wells drilled blindly are low producers. Drilling blindly away from the heart of the aquifer, you will drill deep as fracturing and porosity become less and less. With minimal water output. This is an excellent water witching target. Blue arrow. Selected by the driller. Drilled 600 feet deep. Minimal water output 1/2 gallons per minute. Today's price $11,000 plus for nothing. Ouch. Computer-generated target yield 70 gallons a minute at 250 feet. When you drill blindly, the driller always wins. Always. There is no standard in geological fractured formations. Riverside County, seasonal stream at 30 gallons a minute. 300 feet away is a 15 gallon per minute well around 200 feet deep. Sandy sediment formation. EKS soundings taken between stream and well. Recommendation was not to drill. No water. Also, LA Geophysical Company stated no drilling. Disheartened with EKS and LA Company, manager was open to another approach. 6 parallel profiles taken, 900 feet long. You can see how the heart of the aquifer meanders through the parcel. I stated at the 400 to 500 foot depth he may receive 300 to 500 gallons per minute. Computer yield 100 gallons per minute at 200 feet. Computer targets are hard to drill on. Driller could not drill deeper than 200 feet. Well was not developed to full potential. Happens many times with different drillers. This profile does not look that promising. Just 75 feet to the right and left are nice looking geometries for drilling. Profiles. The more you see, the better the analysis. Groves, commercial, optimum gallons per minute requires multiple profiles. Mr. Lee, Riverside, Wilson Valley Road and Reed Valley Road area. Rancho Water Wells Drilling drilled the well. Fred cannot drill past 200 feet in depth to develop the well to full potential. Computer target yield 100 gallons per minute. As on Ted's computer target, Fred witched the computer target and stated to Ted, "There is no water here." Ted did not believe Fred's witching. I showed Ted what water witching is, for at one time I was Tony the Dowser. Ted's computer target also yielded 100 gallons a minute like Mr. Lee's. Why did Fred state no? False statement or water witching is bull? See video on the truth what water witching is. Computer targets are hard for well drillers to drill with rigs that have insufficient air or pulling power. Drillers in Riverside and San Diego shy away from these types of computer targets or do not develop them to the full maximum potential. Fred Rancho Water Wells has drilled on a number of radar water geophysics targets that produced over 100 gallons per minute yield. But many wells cannot be developed to maximum potential due to limitations in equipment, tooling, etc. Fred's last computer well, October 2012, yield 200 gallons per minute, 375 feet, Avendita La Cresta, Murrieta, California, 92562. Why did the EKS not register water between a stream of water and the water well within a sandy formation? Excerpt taken from Ground Flow Ltd webpage, manufacturer of EKS, where to avoid. That is, where to avoid using the EKS technique. Avoid if there is sand, sedimentary deposits, boulders, boulder beds and gravel zones conduct water extremely good. Boulder beds, gravel zones are termed detrital zones in geology. Permeable zones where water would collect. Where to avoid. Cavernous limestones. Water-filled caverns are too large and permeable to image using EKS. That's just goofy. If you had EKS performed or water witching with poor results, you now know who to call. Why doesn't EKS work? See the EKS video. What is a ballpark price per foot to drill? Forget about all this garbage. What is the bottom line price? Well drillers may quote a price around $13 to $15 per foot. This bid is to drill 800 feet for $20,000. 800 divided into 20,675 equals $25.84 per foot to drill a well. Pump not included. Why would some drillers choose to drill 800 to 1200 feet drilling depths? To make drillers rich. Drilling blindly will cost you bucks. For each 100 feet you do not drill, you save $2,500 plus, up to $3,500 per 100 feet. Drillers bid to drill a water well to 800 feet for $40,000, presented to a 20-acre grove in Fallbrook. $40,000. That's $50 a foot. Pump system price up to $35,000. Equals total for a well $75,000. Can you believe this? If you have a grove, the driller knows what you are making per acre. 4 wells just drilled at the Lewes Road around 1,000 feet. No water. April 2013. In April 2013, another neighbor, Harris Truck Trail, was told by 2 different drillers he needs to drill to 1,200 feet. Ramona Casino. Client had 2 wells drilled to 1,600 feet. No water. Ouch. Today's price, $50,000. Then came the computer at 400 feet. Water. Do you really want to drill blindly? Around 2 years ago, neighbor at Helen Road and Daly Road drilled 1,200 feet. No usable water. Just be careful. Do not drill blindly. Will cost you big bucks. Depth of drilling on computer-generated targets average 200 to 500 feet. 450 feet, 150 gallons per minute. 400 feet, 225 gallons per minute. Why did this computer-generated target go down at 1,200 feet? Business is sales. A driller stated water is either at 400, 800, or 1,200 feet in depth. Driller just doubled his income. Extra 600 feet costs $9,000 plus. Ouch! And as you can see, the water is highlighted, these fracture zones, in yellow. Below 450 feet, there are no fractured water zones. Here, for Warner Springs Homeowners Association, their second well, I told them to stop at 600 feet, and that's exactly where they stopped. 90% of the time, there is no reason to drill past 600 feet. Computer target. Unless you drill blindly. Blind drilling may take you to 1,500 feet plus. For depth, never listen to the driller. You need to sniff him out. Do you really want to drill blindly? 80% of wells are poor. I never should have listened to the driller. See Part 4. Important notes. Water witching is known as water wishing. See separate PowerPoint on water witching. Drilling blindly. Many wells are drilled down past 600 feet to 800, 1,000, 1,500 feet plus. The farther away you drill from the heart of the aquifer, the deeper you would have to drill. 90% of the time, computer-generated targets strike water within 200 to 500 feet of the surface. Deep wells are not electric efficient. Electricity will cost more than the water company. For every 100 feet not drilled, you save $2,500 plus. When there is an aquifer system under your parcel, the computer will identify it 100% of the time. Ask the driller for verifiable references concerning his statements. Send in an email to me for a counter reply. Before payment, make sure you can fill up the water tank in one pumping. Pumps should not cycle on and off. See No Standard in Geology slide. Electroseismic EKS, where to avoid. See the EKS PowerPoint video. All excerpts are taken from my reports that were given to me from your disheartened neighbors. See No Standard in Geology slide. The EKS analysis was not to drill. Why? Then, with a more honest geophysical approach, client received 100 gallons per minute. Why? If you were duped into an EKS survey, water witching, or the LA company, now you know what to do. Contact the Society Exploration Geophysicists in Texas for info on the electroseismic EKS technique. For your best drilling target, do not be penny wise and pound foolish. You will just make the driller rich. Unscrupulous drillers recommend water witching, EKS, and other out-of-town services. Honesty. Drillers should be informing the public honestly. Uninformed. Not only drillers, but others in the geophysical field pull the same sales stunt to the uninformed public. It's effective. Only here, within these PowerPoints, will you know the truth. My opinion, driller, grove owner, and valley center, 800 acres plus, never paid for services that they recommend to the public to help make them water independent. This driller told a client that it is illegal for a driller to select a drilling target. Call them. Find out if that is a true statement. Go with the more honest driller. Don't be a guinea pig. It will cost you. Now you have a choice. See other PowerPoint videos. Water locating, water witching, learn what it really is. Water locating, EKS, do's and don'ts. Electrokinesis.